Hi, we're going to talk a little bit about the neck and the common misalignments that happen for most of us, most of the time when it comes to our neck, and then some of the common misalignments that happen within the modern postural yoga practice. Um, it stands to reason that the neck, because we don't really pay attention to it unless it's in pain, is very dull, very insensitive. So a lot of what we want to do through our practice is build sensitivity, build awareness, build feeling in these places. So we learn how to create an engagement of the neck that is complete, that doesn't alienate one part, overwork one part, not pay attention to one part. And this takes time to build that awareness. You've got to think of the back of the neck in particular as a remedial part of the body, as a special needs part of the body. It needs slowness, attention, mindfulness to really begin to work with. So for most of us, our tendency is to drop the chin and the head tends to drop forward, which creates a flattening and a dulling of the back of the neck. And then quite often in yoga practice, you'll see two main things. One is if there's any type of back bending going on, there tends to be a collapsing of the neck. Now, straight away, we can see that causes issues. The other is this idea of flattening the neck, where the chin will drop. You'll see this a lot in modern postural yoga. And both of those are a disaster for the neck, both of those alignments. So what we want to do is learn to fill the neck, to literally inhabit the back of the neck. So one way I'll work with it is I'll place a hand on the back of the neck and feel that space, and then literally press the neck into the hand until I feel the muscles are full. Once I begin to get the fullness, then I want to build curvature, because of course the neck and the lower back are very similar in the forms that they make, the curves that they make. And of course we learn to make this curve, the secondary curve in the neck, in order to hold our heads up, to participate and be in the world. So learning how to keep a sense of that fullness. And in the beginning, every time we release, the tendency is to drop again. So really using the hands, and you do this throughout your practice, to bring awareness, bring attention to the neck. And as you fill the neck, as you feel the muscles engage and press the hand and neck into each other, then that lifting of the chin. And for most of us, what will happen is the chin will be slightly more elevated than we are normally. So it'll feel like the front of the throat is learning how to open. And this is a way of creating engagement, curvature, and length in the neck. All of this will free your neck up, will teach the whole thing to work and participate more actively. And of course, when it works, it becomes free. Another little point that's worth bearing in mind is one of the biggest issues for the neck is a depression of the rib cage, where the ribs are small and not filled fully, and the shoulders then become heavy and dull and collapse forward. So this creates a big issue for the trapezius. It pulls on it and it'll overwork parts of the neck and underwork other parts. So learning how to maintain a fullness of the rib cage, a buoyancy of the ribs, so the shoulders then like a saddle sit on that fullness, and that quality of space makes it a lot easier for the neck. So there's some very simple tips for the neck. See if you can employ them, whether it be in a practice or just sitting and paying attention to these parts. And if you've got any questions, please feel free to send me an email or get in touch and we'll see what we can answer. Thank you.